Hi everyone, my name is Allison Sawyer and I will be presenting on family literacy theory. The family literacy theory falls under the developmental lens, which was born in 1983 and is still present today. The developmental lens focuses on the development and changes of a child from birth to adulthood. It focuses on Piaget's four factors that affect an individual's thinking: the biological, maturation, activities, social experiences, and equilibration. In addition to those four factors, Piaget created the Piaget stages of cognitive development. The stages are as follows: the motor, which was birth to 2 years old, where a child's thinking comes from exploring with their senses; the pre-operational stage, which is from 2 to 7, where the language development occurs; the third stage, concrete operational, is from ages 7 to 11, and that is when the children begin thinking abstractly; and finally, the formal operation period, which is from the age 11 to adulthood, is when the child moves from concrete to abstract thinking. The focus also supports that children learn from their surrounding. Parent relationships are important in child development, and creating early experiences set a good foundation for developmental growth. So, what is family literacy theory? As defined from Tracy and Morrow, family literacy has been defined as the ways families, children, and extended family members use literacy at home and in their community. This is on page 93 of our Lenses book. Family literacy theory focuses on three major concepts: the importance of family involvement in the child's academics, the partnerships between parents, teachers, and schools, and promoting families to create a naturally literacy-rich home environment. I've linked a video down below that talks a little bit more about the origins from the family literacy theory. So, why is the family literacy theory important? It's because it contributes to children's early success in literacy. It focuses on, promotes, and fosters positive relationships between parents and schools and parents in the community, and also helps parents naturally incorporate literacy into their homes. The key researcher in the family literacy theory is Denny Taylor, who coined the term family literacy in 1983. She has dedicated herself to over 40 years of research and committed herself to study culturally relevant studies. Her research has had a global impact in raising awareness of language, literacy, and learning in diverse families and communities. Her research has also encouraged changes both historically and politically. Because of her work, there are now family literacy programs and centers all around the world. Dr. Denny Taylor wrote the book Family Literacy in 1983. This publication focuses on 6 different families and implements a study that is designed to develop ways of looking at reading and writing as activities that are affected by family life. Her second relevant publication is called Family Storybook Reading, written in 1986. This book shares accounts of groups of diverse parents sharing storybooks with their children. So, what contributions has the family literacy theory made in education? There are many. It has helped build and bond parents with schools. This is not something that has always happened. Integrating parents with their child's education has helped children become more successful in reading, increased rates of school attendance, build better social skills, accounted for higher grades and test scores, created lower rates of retention, raised rates of high school graduation, and increased the probability of students attending college. There are many ways for schools to implement the family literacy into their buildings. Some examples are family literacy nights, school-wide newsletters to help build positive relationships between the school and families, having authors read their books, either virtually or in person, and book fairs. There are 3 very important contributions that principals specifically can do. The first thing principals can do is facilitate positive relationships between parents and teachers. Second, they can build parents' background knowledge on the school culture. And finally, principals can help parents understand specific at-home behaviors that will help support school-based learning. Teachers also play a role in implementing the family literacy theory into their classrooms. They can send out weekly updates, emails, and newsletters to parents to inform them about the learning taking place each week. This also allows parents to see specific skills their child is working on when it comes to reading. Teachers can create classroom libraries with diverse books. Another thing they can do is allow parents to volunteer to read in the class. This not only fosters that positive relationship between parents and teachers, but it also gets students excited about reading. And finally, teachers can send home family projects for students to do at home with their families. This promotes a fun learning environment that the families can do together. Parents also have an important role in the family literacy theory, and there are many ways they can support this theory at home. It is important to note the importance of parents reading with their child. This can be and should be done nightly. When the child is able to read, parents and children can take turns reading and listening to each other. In order for nightly readings to take place, parents should also have access to reading materials in the home. If there are no reading materials in the home, visits to the library are essential. Finally, families can work on homework together and do family projects. It is important that during homework time, parents set up a stress-free environment for their children so that it doesn't seem like a chore or so that the child does not dread doing their work. And the final contribution to the family literacy theory is through the community. A huge role player in this are the local libraries. Many libraries put on tons of events that encourage and promote literacy in families. I researched my local library events, and they do weekly family story time and family book clubs. Both of these would be great ways to foster literacy within families. Another idea would be to visit community book exchange boxes. These are boxes that are found all over the community, and all you have to do is bring a book to the box and take whatever book from the box that you want to read. Here are my references for this presentation. Thank you all for listening.